Hi you guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's topic is Feng Shui. I'm gonna give you tips and tricks how you can get the energy moving in your house. For the energies for the home to actually work for you instead of against you, you need to set up the house right, or your apartment correctly. There are sectors, there are flying stars, they're always moving around. There are things that you can put to cures to stop or turn on or turn off the energies, or kind of get them to settle down. But before we get into all of that, here are the tips and tricks for you guys to do around your house, just to double check everything before we move on. These are just the first steps to get the energy moving, and what it's gonna do is gonna kind of start to get the energy moving in the right direction. So when we get that momentum a little bit moved from the spot where it's sitting at, we can continue on. So number one, declutter. Get everything out of the top spaces, the countertops, all the surfaces. Get them clean, get it decluttered. Make sure that there's no dust bunnies. Dust bunnies collect negative energy. 2, check your lamps, check your light fixtures, check your bulbs. Make sure they're not burned out. The fixtures are clean without dust or gunk or dirt on them. It's a small thing that everybody forgets to do a lot of times, but it's very, very important. I'll explain why a little later. Number 3, check your faucets and all the fixtures in your bathrooms. Make sure nothing's leaking. Make sure nothing is dripping. Fix anything that needs to be fixed. In Feng Shui and Chinese metaphysics and some other also branches of energy practices, the water, if it drips from the faucet, it washes away your finances. So make sure the lids to the toilets are closed and nothing is dripping. Make sure it's dry. 4, look at your front door. Look at the door that you're using to walk into your living space. It said that the energy into the house enters through the door. So it's the mouth of the, like a portal where the energy enters. So if the door is dirty, or it's off the little hooks, or crooked, or it has, it's cracked, or the paint is peeling, take care of that. Clean it, oil it, make sure it does not squeak. Make it very pretty so it attracts a good energy flow into the living space. 5, the first space after the front door is very important for your finances. Make sure it's bright, without clutter, clear, airy, with no dirt. If you have shoes on the floor, pick them up, hide them in the pretty baskets. Make sure it's just not cluttered on top of each other. If you have coats piled up, take the coats and hang them. Just make it all nice and pretty and welcome that wonderful energy into your home. 6, check your front door. Make sure that there's no mirror reflecting your front door on the inside. So if your front door is here and you have a mirror reflecting over here, the energy cannot go into the house. It's gonna come in, reflect, bounce out, and go outside the house. So if you have a mirror, either turn it so it's facing away from the front door, or just remove it for now completely. 7, mirrors. Make sure your mirrors are clean. They collect all the energy and they release it back into the wild, also known as your living space. They also magnify everything that you put on them. So make sure your mirrors are clean. 8, check the artwork around your house. In Feng Shui, it's really common to use artwork as an activator of one or the other type of energy. But certain paintings and pictures, they also hold their own energy. So the things you should look for, make sure they're not dull or very dark. And if you have a picture of a sunset or a sunrise, exchange it for a full sun, like a bright, bright sun. So it doesn't show the sunset or the sunrise or the twilight time in between where you cannot tell which one is which. I will explain about the pictures in a different video. Number 9, look at your kitchen. What does your stove look like? Make sure you don't have a clutter on your stove. Keep it clean at all times. Stove is element of fire. Since Feng Shui is based on 5 elements, fire is the energy of money. It's energy of abundance. It's financial energy. You don't want anything blocking it. So double check your stove. Number 10, look at your dishes and look at your containers. Throw away anything that's cracked, anything that is chipped, and if you have empty containers staying around the house, Either fill them up with something or just toss them. You don't want to collect all the negative energy in those places, and you don't want to have any cracked dishes or you be eating or drinking from the cracked or broken dishes. So toss those away. Not good energy. You don't need that. So these are my 10 tips. Just get you started to get the energy moving around your house, and stay tuned for more videos like this. Hopefully this was helpful. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, click the bell button to get notified when I post new videos, and I will see you in the next one.